All right, you ready? Here we go. Here we go. Let's fire this off.
Alert!
Parrot.
Okay, Sparky.
All right. So Tim had talked about kind of one of the design trends that probably started, I'd say, 3 years ago, but has really become very, very mainstream lately.
Grays, painting everything gray.
No, gray is still alive.
Ugh.
Gray is the color for this year again.
Ugh.
A shade of gray. A blue gray. It's a more blue gray this year. Right?
Oh, yeah? Okay. That's getting better.
Yes. Well, I think they're transitioning into color. Anyway, that wasn't talking about gray. I was talking about barn doors.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
You know, it used to be everybody just had a swing door, and then, you know, we got a little fancy and we put in pocket doors.
Uh-huh.
Personally, I hate pocket doors because unless you spend the money, get some really good hardware, take your time, install them properly, they could be a maintenance nightmare.
Yeah, but National Hardware makes a really good pocket door system and make sure you get the trolley wheels and the trolley system, and it works really well.
Right. Well, and I used another one. I can't remember the brand, but those are actually hydraulic or pneumatic, and not pneumatic, hydraulic. But
Yeah.
they're connected. So if you open one, the other opens. Like
Yes.
paired.
Yes.
But those are like super smooth. But you're talking $1,000 for a frame. You know what I mean for those.
Yep.
But anyway, so let's go back to barn doors though. Barn doors. What's really cool with them is, you can use them on just about any room. So they're great for doors that you only need to close off every once in a while. So, it could be your dining room, maybe a laundry room, or even a study. They can be used for nearly any room. There is a little planning, though, that might be needed as the door may block an area that should be left open. So, most doors are set off onto a corner. So you may not have room for a barn door track or to make it open all the way, or because you don't want it sticking into a hallway.
Uh-huh.
So what's the best door to use? Well, there really doesn't matter. The best thing about barn doors is that they're hung from the top. So that means they can be made of most anything and unlimited designs. So you could take a piece of plywood and put all kinds of fancy stuff on the face of it and hang it, right? Yep. You're not going to have the stresses that you would from a regular door with the hinges being on one side and the strike on the other. The strike side tends to sag.
Right, and the
or
thickness
pull down on the hinge side, right? So you don't have that with barn doors.
Yeah, or the
Typically,
thickness of the
you don't
door.
have that with pocket doors.
Yeah, you can do you've got a lot of options, I think, with your door because it's a barn door versus a pocket door, even a swing door.
Right. So the hardware is where it really got crazy. So about 3.5 years ago, I think first time we saw barn doors coming in on ID drawings.
Sure.
And the only hardware you could really get was it really looked like it came from a box store or, Blaine's Farm and Fleet. And it looked like a barn door rail that somebody painted black.
Yep.
Instead of the galvanized that you put on the barn. If you look at barn door hardware now, some of the Euro rails with the double rollers, and I mean, there's some really cool stuff in stainless, chrome, oil rub bronze, and still the black ones out there. So there's a crazy amount of hardware that's out there. And one of them that I like now, we just actually installed one, comes from Milano Doors. It's a hidden track.
Really?
So the door panel looks like it's up against the wall. And when it's open, it's just the door laying there. And when you close it, the door covers the opening. There is no visible hardware.
Sweet.
Oh, they're pain to install, but they are so cool looking. $450.
Okay.
It's not cheap. And that was the list price online.
Sure.
But we just did one, and it's like, it is really cool where it's like, how's that do that? Because you don't see anything.
So you could actually do like a hidden bookcase or something with that then too. So
yes, if you use that on a bookcase, you could slide the bookcase over. And yes, there are some, your safe room.
Sure.
A lot of good uses for that type of hardware. There's no doubt about that.
Excellent. What go ahead, Robbie. What are you holding up? We can't read that.
I don't know.
We can't.
I can't hear her either.
Yeah.
I didn't want you guys to see me chewing.
Oh, I thought you were holding up a sign.
No, I was chewing.
Okay. Never mind.
So
Back
I will
to you,
continue.
Rich. Go ahead.
Yes, thank you. Anyway, so the other thing that with barn doors, one thing you really want to take into consideration though is that type of track that you're using, right? Because you're going to need a header, something to mount that rail to. I always suggest getting the hardware prior to opening up the wall.
Uh-huh.
Because not every one of them mounts the same way. Some have mounts that you can move around so that you can hit a stud, but
Right.
not all of them do. Some are fixed, and then you might just need solid blocking in a couple of places.
Yep.
In a lot of them, we have to run a header, 3 feet either side of the door. If you're doing doubles and so on. So you really need to look into that. So getting the hardware first is always a great idea.
That's if you're opening the wall. And we can talk
Yeah.
during the break. We just did one that we didn't have the opportunity to open the wall up.
So did you just surface mount your 2x header?
Yes, that's what we ended up
Because you
having
can
to
do that, and it gives you a much more rustic look. So it depends on your style, and we've done them very cleanly for that, true transitional to contemporary look.
Sure. Yeah, we ended up taking a piece of 2x6 and screwing that to the studs, and then that way we could lag through all of it. But they sent us wheels. They sent us a slab of steel, and that was it. And then some ferrules from the gutters, that you use for your gutter
Right.
ferrules. And we had to build this whole thing. It took us 2 days to put this whole thing together because they just sent us random parts. We were making our own mounting brackets, drilling the holes through the 1/4-inch steel rail.
Where did you get that from?
An interior designer ordered it. It came through, and it was sitting on the front porch.
Oh, well, that says a lot.
There you go. Back to you, Rich. We got the music playing. Go, close it out.
No, we're good. I'm good. That was
Okay.
the wrap up, brother.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Order National Hardware and whatever Rich just said.
Milano doors.
There you go.
Mighty House will return.